Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is yours truly, Lord Wolf, and welcome to the Arcangrove pre-release review. The first thing I would like to do before we continue is I would like to thank everyone who helped me reach 100 subscribers on my channel. These are people anywhere from Discord servers to Twitter, as well as help from other fellow AQ3D YouTubers. It really means a lot to me, and I'm very appreciative of all the love and support, so thank you very much. So the most exciting part of this recent update is what AE is calling the Arcangrove a preview of Magic pre-release, special emphasis on the pre-release part. It's obvious they did not want to roll out a full release of Arcangrove for a good reason. They explained this on June 27th in an article by Glaives when she said, and I quote, "Unfortunately, we have to delay the release, but only because we know that you prefer quality over a rushed release. We're putting in the final touches before we give the green light." Although we only have part of the Arcangrove release now, we were ensured, however, on July 1st in another article by Arctics that the entire saga would be released the following week after they complete the cutscenes and the maps. I will leave a link to both of these articles in the description below if you're interested in checking those out. But anyways, let's move on and take a closer look at what the pre-release of Arcangrove has to offer. As of right now, we have three main areas within Arcangrove, and that is the Arcangrove Forest, which includes the Herbalist Cabin and future entrance to the Arcangrove Tower, the Ornithin Camp, and the Unicorn Glen. We will be going over these different areas within Arcangrove in more detail, but first here's a quick view of what they all look like. So let's start off reviewing the first area you will arrive in when you travel to Arcangrove, and that is the Arcangrove Forest. The best way to get there is either go to the travel feature in your menu, or you can use the travel crystal found in the Battle on Town Square. Now, once you get there and follow the path straight ahead, you will find the Elder Evoker named Rayst. Here is where you will find the first of currently two armor sets, which is the Rayst Magus armor, and you will also find a couple new weapons. You can see what this set looks like by looking at Rayst himself, and you can see here my character is wearing this set as well. Now this set can be purchased with gold, as you can see. However, when you first talk to Rayst, you'll notice that all these items will be locked. In order to unlock all these items, you'll have to complete a series of quests given to you by Rayst. Upon completing one of the quests, one of the items will be unlocked. As you can see, it starts with the belt and progresses to the final weapon. Now the concept of these quests are simple, but the amount of time it can take is what makes it somewhat challenging. These quests are grinding quests that will require you to collect so many of the zone-specific items called Arcangrove motes that drop from any creature you can attack and kill in Arcangrove. Here is a list of how many you will need per quest and what item unlocks with it. I'll leave this in the description for you as well. In my experience, they can drop off the bosses found here, but you will have a much better chance of getting them from the more random creatures throughout the zone. Understand though, you are not guaranteed to get these motes from every kill, but if they do drop, they vary in amounts from 1 to 5. Also, these motes stack up to a max of 200, and you can have multiple stacks. Now that you understand the quest, I'd like to show you where I believe is the best place to farm motes for the quest, and that is found just past Rayst to the left and right of the path. This area is great because these creatures are found in groups, which is good considering the extensive size of the zone. This will help eliminate having to run around a whole lot. It's also the perfect spot since it's close to Rayst, so when you complete one of the quests and want to turn it in, you will find he is not too far away. Now I will show you where you can find the second armor set you can collect in Arcangrove. This area is found further back in the zone near the entrance to the Arcangrove Tower. Once you arrive in the front of the Arcangrove Tower, you will notice two NPCs guarding the bridge that leads you to the tower's entrance. Upon speaking to the Arcangrove Sentinel on the right, you will see this is where you will be able to get the Crescent Wolf armor set. Seeing that I am Lord Wolf, this set was an absolute must for me, and you can see here exactly why. Now, as opposed to the previous set we discussed from Rayst, this set can only be crafted and will require 2 items in order to do so. These items are the Arcangrove motes as previously discussed, and also Crescent Wolf hides. I will show you where to get these in just a second, but first let's discuss how many of each item you will need to craft the entire set. Now technically they give you a couple options as far as the helm goes, but if you were to just collect the set with only one of the helms, it would take a total of 100 Crescent Wolf hides and 100 of the Arcangrove motes. A quick side note though, with the pre-release, the Crescent Wolf Slayer helm was currently the best in slot when it comes to attack, and the shoulders are also best in slot for all non-Guardian players. Moving on, obviously you know where to get the Arcangrove motes, so let's discuss how you get the wolf hides. These Crescent Wolf hides drop off of a boss called the Crescent Wolf that spawns every 5 minutes in 4 specific areas throughout the forest. The good news is that the boss drops this item every time you kill him, but the not so good news is that he drops only one. Let's show you where these 4 spawning areas are, and then we will go over what I feel is the quickest way to farm for these hides. As you can see, these 4 areas are pretty spread out across the forest, so it makes it difficult for just one player to spot the boss. Fortunately, since this zone is new and currently heavily populated, players are actually working together by sharing their summon words. This is especially helpful for players who have no travel forms. The other way players are significantly decreasing the time spent farming these wolf hides is by instance hopping, or as some label it, the farm train. We won't be going into this method in this video, but I will leave a link to another video by Goldraven that discusses how this is done. One more thing I would like to point out as far as the Crescent Wolf is concerned is that he also drops a somewhat rare item which has a 5% drop rate. This is the Crescent Wolf Glaives, which is a pretty awesome dual-wielding weapon, so I would definitely grab that if it's something you are interested in. Now let's head over to the Herbalist Cabin, which is very close to the place you are transported to when you first arrive in the Arkangrove Forest. Here you will see the Herbalist Cabin, which is actually next to the Unicorn Glen. We will check out that place next, but first let's go in the cabin and see what's inside. Once you step inside, you will see Vesta the Herbalist. Upon speaking to her, you will notice she offers you the ability to craft various consumables. Taking a closer look at the list of these consumables, you will see the first two increase your stats, more specifically your haste and armor. The third is a poison used on your enemies, probably more useful for the rogue class. The fourth and fifth are transformations, and the final one is simply a visual effect for your character. Here is what the magical leaf transformation looks like. Here is what the brownie looks like, and they will actually look like one of the random brownies found throughout Arcangrove. And here is what the fabulous sparkles will look like. Now, in order to craft any of these consumables, you will be required to collect the necessary items. There are two ways to do so. The first and easiest way is to simply purchase the items directly from Vesta with Dragon Crystals. This is completely to the discretion of the player, but I always try to persuade away from options like this. Your Dragon Crystals are much better spent elsewhere. The next way is to complete the repeatable quests offered by Vesta. All of these quests are similar in style and will require you to kill specific creatures in order to get the items needed. These items will not need to be picked up from the creatures killed, rather the quest will automatically update itself as you go along. Finally, to wrap up the Herbalist Cabin, I will show you what creatures will need to be killed and where you can find them in order to complete each one of the repeatable quests. First, let's start with the quest Tea Time. You will need to kill the Arcangrove Mushman found in the Ornithan camp. We will discuss this area of Arcangrove later as well. The next quest is Tree Skins. You will need to kill the Gorillafins found in the Arcangrove forest. Next is a Prickly Predicament. You will need to kill the Carnivorlings found in the Arcangrove forest. Next quest is Leaf Therapy. You will need to kill the Arcan Wolves for the Arcan Blood, and the Crescent Wolf boss for the Wolf Saliva. Both of these are found in the Arcangrove forest. Next is Special Treats. You will need to kill the brownies found in the Arcangrove forest. And finally, the last quest is It's Everywhere, and you will need to kill the Derpicorn boss found in the Unicorn Glen. Speaking of the Unicorn Glen, now that we have covered everything there is to know about this area, let's move on to that one. Here inside the Unicorn Glen, there are 4 specific things that I will be reviewing. The first one I want to point out is a creature called Panthus that is found in a cave in the lower parts of the area. Now, there's not much information regarding this mini-boss at this time. It doesn't drop any item and is not tied to any quest currently in the area. I can't say for sure, but I imagine that it will serve some purpose once the rest of the Arcangrove zone is released. The second thing I want to show you is found at the top of the Unicorn Glen, and that is a creature that is actually called Unicorn Glen. This creature cannot be attacked, and like the previous mini-boss, this creature currently serves no purpose. He has a very low health and is only at a level 1, so if I had to guess, I would say perhaps he will offer quests at some point in time. The third thing I want to show you is that you can actually find Brutalcorn here, which is a boss originally from a challenge found in the Greengard Forest. You can interact with him, but he currently has nothing to offer, so we will have to wait and see what their plans is for this as well. And finally, and most importantly, is the boss called Derpicorn, which, like the Crescent Wolf, has the spawn time of 5 minutes. It can be found in one of these 3 areas. This truly is the most challenging of all boss fights currently found in the Arcangrove pre-release, which means you will definitely need a decent sized group in order to successfully defeat Derpicorn. As mentioned during the review of the Herbalist Cabin, this is one of the bosses required to kill the It's Everywhere repeatable quest. However, this boss also drops a rare item, which has the drop rate of 15%. This item is used to craft a weapon in the Ornithin camp, which is where we will head to now. Finally, here is the Ornithin camp. Up ahead, you will see the NPC called General Polly. He will allow you to craft the weapon from the item received from Derpicorn, and also has 4 other weapons that can be purchased with gold. Other than General Polly and the Arkangrove Mushman you kill for the repeatable quest Tea Time, there's really nothing else here of importance as far as the pre-release is concerned. I'm sure they will have much more planned for this part of Arcangrove once we receive the full release. So that's everything you need to know about the pre-release of the Arcangrove. I hope that I didn't miss anything, and if I did, please feel free to share it in the comments section. I will also leave a link to this update's patch notes in the description below. Before I wrap this video up, I want to give a big shout out to a player named Dark Phoenix 777, who truly was a big help to me as far as the video is concerned. When the new update was first released, my schedule was kinda hectic, so I couldn't explore the Arcangrove right away. However, Phoenix was kind enough to show me around the new zone and pointed out some of the important things, so thank you for your help. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our review on the pre-release of Arcangrove. Till then, battle on, and I'll see you in the game. Hey, what's up guys, Lord Wolf here. Thank you for visiting my channel and watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and show me some love by hitting that subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or you just want to say hello, please feel free to do so in the comments section below.